was kind of disastrous in some regards, but I'll tell you what, the full story is to come yet, because I really enjoyed the Team Shelby family spirit 100%, even in the midst of all of the issues that I had on the track this year. In this episode of Doc's Boost, it's all about the Shelby Bash 2024. The start of the events brought everyone together at Shelby American headquarters just off the boulevard on Ensworth. The bash started on Thursday with registration at Shelby American, where everyone picked up their package of event tickets and Shelby Bash bling. Lots of cool stuff and a barbecue dinner mixer event to bring everyone together for an evening of fun while meeting new people from all over North America. New BFFs, Andy, say hi. Hi, all right. And a few came from even further than that. I was personally blown away as to how many Shelby owners recognized me and shared stories on how this or that video helped them complete a project they were working on or a repair on their Shelby during the mixer on Thursday. It was amazing. Friday brought me and my nephew Scott to the LVMS Raceway right next door to the NASCAR track in Las Vegas. It is a great 2.5 mile track that just so happened to be the track I ran for my very first time ever anywhere. And here I am, 10 years later, to the month, back on the same track. How exciting is that? Anyway, we took in on the driver's meeting and rolled around the track once with everyone else just to get a feel of the track, because they changed the configuration a little bit from what they advertised to everyone in the weeks prior to the Bash event. So everyone went out on the track and rolled around just so they could see the differences in the layout. Once out on the track for session one, that's when things didn't go as planned. It was not like last September in Pahrump, where the car performed spectacularly all day long. Man, that was the greatest track event I ever had back in Pahrump during the Shelby Bash event. Well, we got around the track once under the yellow flag. Then when the green flag flew, my car started to spit and sputter. Holy crap, what a nightmare, I tell you. Not another miscue during a bash. As you remember last year, I had an alternator go out on the way back from the track. This year, I'm not having any luck at all on the track. No, not again. Here we go. Man, oh man. Well, I had to roll off the track to get out of traffic and wait. I waited until the red flags flew and the track cleared off so I could limp off the track. I pulled up to the Shelby trailer in hopes for some tech help. Upon inspection, I found the vacuum/pressure port just below the supercharger was open. And bam, all of a sudden we are stopped. We are dead in the tracks, and we've got a port down there. I don't know if I can get a good picture of it. You see that port there? That port needs to have a vacuum hose connected to it, and it blew it right off. Here's the pieces, and you can't hardly blow through the little one. So we may have found a problem, and we're going to try to get it back on the road. Nothing was plugged into it. The lines were blown clean off. I asked Shelby and others if they had any vacuum lines, and nobody had any. One of my new friends, Bill, from San Diego, took me to the parts store where I was able to gather up some vacuum hoses, a few different sizes, and a lot of extra length just to be safe, and a handful of fittings and drop down so I could change from one size hose to another size hose, and had a wide assortment to choose from when I got back to the track. Well, once back at the track, and I put everything together, and I was pretty sure that we had solved the problem. All right, so a little bit of vacuum hose, a little bit of ingenuity, and I think we're back on the road. I got boost back, so we're gonna take it out on the track and go for it. But it was not long after entering the track again that performance was still in the toilet. I was able to make it off the track without stopping this time and holding up everyone else. Once off, I found that the same thing had happened again. The hoses were blown off. This time they were still there, but they were cut up by the belt. We were able to find some zip ties by asking around all the other drivers. We collected a few handful of them, and we zip tied the connections together to see if they would just hold. So we were ready again for a third attempt out at the track to get some fun in. Enough of this frustration, enough of this stuff already. Well, performance was still a problem. We just didn't have boost, and throttle response was elusive to say the least. I mean, I could give it 2 or 3 inches of foot travel and just nothing was happening. And then finally it would just kick in, and some weird noises were coming out from under the hood. No banging or clanging or anything like that, like a blown engine or anything, but just other noises that I just never heard before. When we got off the track and took a visual, we found that nothing had blown off. Everything was still intact and in place, so we packed up and left. There was just nothing else that we could do to salvage the day. Well, I opted out of the dinner event for Friday night, because I was just kind of frustrated. And I decided that the Saturday run that I was signed up to go to wasn't a good idea either, because I wasn't sure where that run was going to take us, and I didn't want to get stuck or stranded or having something happen to the car where I couldn't make it back. So I just decided to opt out of that Saturday morning run. Well, actually, it was going to be an all-day run because there was a lunch included. But even with all of that, and even missing out on Saturday, let me tell you, I was still high on the fact that so many people knew me and the sharing of their stories about how my videos helped them. I couldn't ask for a better reception. It was pretty hard to convince me that I didn't have a great time. I still had a wonderful time. I really did. Met a lot of great people. But yeah, it was disappointing out on the track, and it certainly didn't measure up to the Pahrump day at the track back in September during the 2023 Bash. But nevertheless, I was still riding high on the Bash event for 2024. Sunday brought the breakfast and car show at Shelby American, and again, it was a great time with great food, great people, and hey, take a look at some of the Shelbys in the show. All of them works of art, one of ones, and everyone was really eager to talk about their ride. Just look at that ass. Wow. I would follow that just about anywhere. And that Mustang right there, I passed along the highway. They are also from Phoenix, the Phoenix area. Well, actually, not too far from where I live. See that car all the time. We're looking at a 351 Cleveland inside of a 67 Tribute Mustang here. Terlingua Racing Team Tribute car. And we got Keith here going to tell us more about it.
Yeah, definitely. You kind of hit it on the head there. We definitely have a 67 here, 351 kind of tribute car to Jerry Titus. Race car, but definitely streetable. It's kind of what my dad wanted to do with this car. It's something he could definitely drive on the street and have a little fun.
Yeah, streetable. Yeah, right. Look at this. Look at that setup. Yeah,
definitely.
Streetable, all right. Let's go get a loaf of bread, honey.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so this is his baby. This is what he came up with. This is his second car he's built, tribute car he's built. The other one's definitely a race car, but this is his baby that he can drive on the street.
All right, thanks, Keith. So with the idea of not leaving you flat and not seeing any excitement on the track, let's take all of this momentum and focus on the video I got queued up for you right down there, which is a track session from the 2023 Pahrump Day last September. So I'll see you in that video in just a moment, and thanks for watching.